that kind of thing in my mind that I would like to set up something on my own, and was always having the entrepreneurship kida in my mind. The objective to achieve 1000 megawatt of cumulative green hydrogen production plants in next 1000 days. We have also got very prestigious production linked incentives for our electrolyser manufacturing plant, where in line with Reliance, Adani, L&T, as well as India, we are the energy hungry country. So we need all types of energies, be it oil and gas, be it the sunrise sector like green hydrogen. So we need all the type of energies. We are very bullish as Matrix Gas Renewables Limited on the green hydrogen segment as well.
Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of House of Equentis. Today we are joined by Mr. Chirag Kotecha, the CEO of India's fastest growing natural gas aggregation and green hydrogen infrastructure development company. Mr. Kotecha has held leadership positions at GSPC, Gujarat Gas, Adani Total and many more. Hi Mr. Kotecha, we are really thrilled to have you today with us.
Hello sir, thank you very much to have me on the podcast.
We would love to know your journey from an engineer to finally becoming an entrepreneur. Could you please share some insights?
When from my initial study itself, I was always having that kind of thing in my mind that I would like to set up something on my own, and was always having the entrepreneurship kida in my mind. So from study only, I used to create a lot of business models, lot of decks, lot of business pitches, and how can I make real meaningful value addition through my business. So was always having that thing. I was always having the perspective of looking things by that particular mode. From my engineering to MBA, and then was looking forward for gaining the real business experience, which I got the opportunity to work for all the conglomerates which mentioned by you. And through that particular experience, and by creating the financial muscle through the 16-17 years of experience, Mr. Anmol Singh Jaggi and myself, we have founded the Matrix Gas and Renewables Limited, and all these businesses, gas aggregation, CGD, green hydrogen, are part of my initial business pitch when I pitched to Mr. Anmol Singh Jaggi. He's a big backbone for the whole Matrix Gas and Renewables Limited, and we have been able to take it along based on how we were thinking as a part of the initial journey.
Great. Mr. Kotecha, if you could simplify this for our listeners, what exactly does Matrix does?
Sure. So as Matrix, we are into the two ecosystems. One is the natural gas ecosystem, where we are having two business streams, which is natural gas aggregation and city gas distribution business. In terms of green hydrogen, again, we have two business streams in identical manner, how there are synergies for natural gas businesses. We have the electrolyser manufacturing plant, which we are setting up in the state of Maharashtra. And we are putting up the green hydrogen production plants, be it on EPC basis or be it on build on operate basis. So this is the way we are developing the whole business.
Can you tell us about the key business verticals at Matrix Gas? I mean, apart from the major ones that you told, as a customer, what is the final product that I consume in a way that comes from Matrix Gas?
Sure. So as a part of gas aggregation business, we are supplying to a lot of CGD companies. So from that perspective, we are supplying to MGL, IGL, Gujarat Gas, so that particular households, or as a B2C, we are indirectly supplying through the CGD companies the gas which you are consuming in your households, the piped natural gas which is being consumed. And we are also into our geographical areas for city gas distribution. We are supplying it for the domestic households, for CNG segment for the mobility purpose, where all the B2C customers are being developed, and we are supplying to the commercial as well as industrial sector as a part of CGD and gas aggregation business. Over and above that, we are also doing a lot of blending projects of green hydrogen into CGD. So, as per the Petroleum and Natural Gas Regulatory Board, there are the guidelines to blend 10% of green hydrogen along with natural gas, so that hydrogen also is being consumed by the overall consumers.
Hmm. And how big is this green hydrogen opportunity in India right now? What do you think? How fast is it growing from there?
So, as per the National Green Hydrogen Mission, which has been developed by Government of India under the very able leadership of our Honorable PM, this particular green hydrogen industry will be 5 MMTPA of demand by 2030. And with this National Green Hydrogen Mission, Matrix is also taking the giant leaps in terms of the green hydrogen production plants. So we have the vision and the firm plan, as well as we are executing the objective to achieve 1000 megawatt of cumulative green hydrogen production plants in next 1000 days. So with that kind of approach, we are working with state owned customers as well as private customers to set up the green hydrogen production plants, where we are also beneficiaries of lot of side schemes from the MNRE, Ministry of New and Renewable Energies. We have also got very prestigious production linked incentives for our electrolyser manufacturing plant, where in line with Reliance, Adani, L&T, we have also got 300 megawatt of PLI, and we are setting up that plant in Maharashtra with initially the 350 megawatt capacity, which is having the scalability up to 1 gigawatt and then to 2 gigawatt.
Interesting. Mr. Kotecha, is it about your career being in oil and gas and hence you choose to make Matrix, or is it your inclination towards the category and sector at a larger vision perspective?
So it's both basically. So I had the experience of oil and gas for 17 years. So had to develop something in that area, as well as India. We are the energy hungry country, so we need all types of energies, be it oil and gas, be it the sunrise sector like green hydrogen. So we need all the type of energies. We also are very much aligned, and we are very much committed as a country to achieve our renewable net zero targets. We are actually one of the very few countries who are achieving it much before the timelines, be it solar, be it hydro, be it wind, under the leadership of the central government. And same thing which we forecast, as we are very bullish as Matrix Gas and Renewables Limited on the green hydrogen segment as well. So I think it was destiny that we will do something in oil and gas as well as the energy segment. So that is how it all played.
Has there been a mentor or mentors in your life in this category or industry who you looked up to, and and you made up your mind that okay, I want to be like him or her?
Yeah, so definitely the mentor's role is very much essential in terms of the entrepreneurship journey. So Mr. DJ Pandian is my mentor, and he helps me a lot. I used to report to him when I started my journey as management trainee in 2005-6, and till today in Matrix growth path, he has been very instrumental. He has always given lot of value additions, strategy, and how we can make this really large. So he has done phenomenal contribution to solar as well as other renewable sectors when he was the ex chief secretary of government of Gujarat as well as when he was the CMD of GSPC Group. So he is always, I look up to him when I need any guidance, I need any mentorship, and that is how the things work very fantastically.
Interesting. So, very interestingly, I think the Equentis philosophy is also to we always guide our customers or potential customers to have a trusted partner with them on this journey of wealth creation, and hence mentorship becomes very very critical. And hence my question. Now, just shifting gears, and Mr. Kotecha, we were having this conversation offline, but I quite loved the fact that you've had a journey from being a typical engineering student who had big dreams to finally becoming an entrepreneur and driving the green hydrogen revolution, if I were to call it that way, in India. But how's been your journey of raising funds, investments, getting up, or I mean, I'm sure earning a lot of money to sort of push this business ahead? How's been your investment journey?
Sure. So it has been very phenomenal journey with the kind of support which we have got, with the kind of love which we have got from the investor fraternity, including you and your team. So in terms of the kind of achievements which we have done, we last year we raised in total of 450 crores of equity, and I fully give the credit to three factors, three large trends of what is happening in India currently. So in India currently, what I believe, at least one decade, it will be multiple decades as well, but at least one decade belongs to India in the global thing. Another mega trend within that trend is that the Gensol group, overall group contribution in terms of the development of business from all the businesses which we are doing, which is Gensol, Blue Smart, Param, Presento, all the business have done excellently well, and they have been multi-baggers in terms of giving returns to the investors. And third is about the metrics, business strength, as well as the financial performance and the future vision with which we are working. So I think with all these factors being in the alignment for us, being the positive motivation to us, the journey of fundraising was quite comfortable, and we don't need to have anything which becomes a challenge in terms of fundraising. We have always got the subscriptions of multiple X than what we were trying to raise. So it is quite good. And till that these things are aligned, I think it is always good. But where we put focus in terms of getting the investment is those investors who can be with us for the long journey, so that we are also committed more and more in terms of achieving the business objectives, and they also do create wealth. We always believe that our investors should create wealth and not profit.
That's a beautiful line. I think I'll take home with me. I mean, it's not about the profits, but it's about the long term wealth. Would you also want to share your personal investment journey? How has it been? What have been the key learnings? And you want to share some nuggets with the audience?
Yeah, sure. So I have started my first investment on personal front when I was in class 10th.
In class 10th.
Yeah.
Wow. So out
So
of your pocket money?
no, I actually got loan from my father.
In class 10th.
Yeah, in class 10th.
That's quite a story now.
Yeah. So had done very good investments in terms of my first largest wealth creation was one of the oil and gas company only, because maybe a coincidence that I will end up in oil and gas, and the energy segment is green hydrogen. So made multi-bagger returns. I was always having the philosophy that I'll invest in those companies where I'm working, so that I can make the larger difference, both in terms of creating the value addition for the company as well as creating wealth for myself. So got wherever I have worked, I always put my investment into those companies and could get multi-bagger returns, had got very good kind of wealth creation, because that was also very much helpful when we started Matrix, and put, as of today, my every single penny investment is in Matrix Gas and Renewables Limited. We earn profits. We put more and more capital from promoters, and it is all reinvest, reinvest, reinvest.
That's so inspiring to hear. Any decision in your investment journey that didn't go as you had speculated? Something went haywire, and some learnings if you want to share.
I think overall it has always paid very well. Yes, in some of the pockets, it took more time than what I have envisioned, but that is good. That is all accepted. But whenever I have been able to give the time to my investment, it has always grown. Of course, there are some fundamental research and everything I used to do, that and I have always put my money where I like the promoter, because that is the kind of best bet, best kind of parameter which anybody can take. And of course, then there are fundamental kind of study which you guys are expert. But I used to do it on my own way.
But it's very motivating to hear, Mr. Kuteja. If I were to tell you again, Equentis philosophy is about clarity, consistency, and compounding. And as I hear your story, I think all of these things are just getting reinforced. Number one, you were clear that you would invest in the companies where you're working,
Correct.
so that you could make a larger difference and you could grow with the company. Second, of course, like you said, you stay invested for a longer horizon so that you could see your investments grow and multiply over a period of times, and hence produce a compounding effect. So I think this just reinforces the facts that the basics remain. If the basics are right, there's nothing that stops you from being a good investor or being a exceptional investor. um, Coming back to your sector, with the rise of interest from government, and of course people moving towards far more greener sources of energy, do you think that there is an opportunity for retail investors to participate in this sector now? Any suggestions there?
Absolutely. So I think in terms of the sectors, we firmly believe at Matrix that green hydrogen sector will be the largest growth sector for at least next decade. So I think anybody, again, with a disclosure that Matrix is also in the green hydrogen sector, but green hydrogen sector will give handsome returns, and the investor can do all due diligence about the company where they want to put money. So that sector is going to be the buzz sector for at least a decade, considering the kind of push which government of India is putting, state governments. So we have been very much getting all the support from government of Maharashtra. The kind of incentives what they are giving is phenomenal, as well as the real on ground customer who is giving the offtake, firm offtake for 20-25 years. So considering all those facts, the kind of large conglomerates focus on the green hydrogen segment. So everything from technology to offtake to ecosystem is into place. Now we need to just take it to the much larger scale, and that is where the money will be, wealth will be created.
Great. I think we've captured some interesting insights about the sector. Now we'll shift gears and move to a different section. It's called the rapid fire section.
Sure.
So we'll not give you too much time to think. We'll
Okay.
just pop out a question and you just have to go straight into the answer without much of a thought. Are you ready?
Sure.
You want to take a break, have water?
No, that's
No?
fine.
All right. Okay. So the first question is EV or petrol?
CNG.
CNG. Trading or investing?
Always investment.
Saving or investment?
Investment as always.
What's most satisfying? Closing a big deal or launching a new project?
Both.
You have to choose one.
Then launching a new project
Launching a new project.
and commissioning the same.
Wow. So not only just announcing, but ensuring that execution happens.
Absolutely.
Brilliant. If not oil and gas, what industry would you have been in?
I don't think anything other than oil and gas comes to my mind.
Nothing. Okay.
So just to broaden the fact, it's energy industry. That is where I always want to be. Oil and gas is a subsection of energy industry.
Right. What would be one single piece of advice that you would want to give our young investors?
That's very clear that give the time horizon, be invested for long term, take help of the professionals and invest for long term. Wealth will definitely get created. You focus more on your job, service, business, whatever you are doing. From there, you can make larger incomes by having that focus and put that savings with the professionals who can actually grow that to multiple effects.
Lovely. Last section, it's about myth or a fact. So green hydrogen will replace traditional energy sources in the next 5 years. Is it a myth or a fact?
Myth, because the considering the kind of demand, even if you take the example of our country, we are such a energy hungry country. Not only green hydrogen, but any single resource cannot be working or cannot be fitting the requirement of such a large country. We need everything. We need oil, we need gas, we need green hydrogen, we need solar, we need hydro, we need wind, we need everything.
One needs to constantly track the stock market to be on top of it. Myth or a fact?
Myth.
Okay.
I think the most of the wealth which has been created are by the lazy investors.
Yeah.
So I think stock market or equity market is the only market where how much less you work is how much more you grow.
Wow. That's again, a takeaway for all of us. Investing in IPOs always guarantees success.
No, I don't think so. It's a myth. It's definitely a myth because you have to do your fundamental analysis before putting in money into any of the IPO. And based on that, then you take a call, you stay invested for long horizon, don't get out of the growth journey at the time of listing or shorter horizons. Be invested with the company for long term and make great wealth.
Great. Diversification reduces the risk in your portfolio.
Absolutely, but you also need to have the diversification up to certain extent because then it should not become you have 50 stocks in your portfolio and you cannot take a single thing. So then if you need that much kind of diversification, then you go and take help of the professionals. Then they will manage it well. They can track those many large number of stocks. But for individual investors who are doing direct exposure to the equity, then they have to limit their stocks, which they can actually day in, day out, or at least on the perspective of quarterly results, on some benchmark events, they can track it.
Great. This was very enlightening, Mr. Kotecha. And thank you so much for sharing your life's learnings. One last question. There are a lot of young professionals who are currently studying energy, renewable sources, etc. Any piece of advice for them to make big in the coming times?
Sure. So I think you can always make a difference when you have the entrepreneurial mindset. And I think the entrepreneurship has a very wide kind of definition. It is not always that you become entrepreneur and start a new company. When you are an employee in your existing company, you can always have entrepreneur mindset. You take the ownership of the company, you believe that this is my company, you stretch yourself, you have hunger in your belly, and you perform to the best of your ability. That is also entrepreneurship. So that works great even if you are in a company, you can make very good growth, progress, wealth, and continue to do good works. There may be some time zones, some horizons when you may not get the proportionate kind of output as per your effort. But on a longer run, you will definitely get the handsome rewards.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kotecha. I think it's been an extremely insightful session with a lot of wisdom. And your personal journey is seriously very inspiring. We would love to have you once again when you're back in Bombay next time on our podcast with some more interesting insights. Till then, to all our viewers, have a great day and keep learning and keep innovating.
Investments in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.